carpenter who wouldn't be outdone, who had a daughter who grew up and brought him back her son. Though the years between them were far and wide, he raised that little boy, and the little boy grew to be a man, his golden pride and joy. He said, "Son, I know what's best for you." He said, "Son, you know I speak the truth." Well, that young man, he grew up and he found his way to sea. On a ship he sailed, his duty scorned, he belonged to the Navy. And he wrote a letter to be sent back home to the old man that he knew. It said, "I hate you, sir, you're a bloody fool to think that I loved you, 'cause you never knew what was best for me, and you never did what was good for me. You were always too old to see. I don't wanna be your legacy." Left never to return as long as the old man lived, for he hated him for a childhood that he never could forgive. And the old man died of a broken heart, and they laid him in his grave. And then the young man stood there by his side, and you could still hear him say, "You never knew what was best for me, and you never did what was good for me. You were always too old to see. Well, the young man went and he found someone who brought meaning to his world. And the two made love beneath the stars above, and then they had a baby girl. Over the years she grew, and that young man knew he was proud of what he'd done. And then she returned one day and began to say, "Dad, I'm gonna have a son." Then that young man was old. Then that young man's heart grew cold. He could remember his grandfather's eyes. He never ever said goodbye. Well, the young man, he returned to his grandfather's grave, and he looked straight down into the ground. He said, "I got something to say. Well, I guess you did your best, and I guess I turned out fine." He yelled, "Forgive me, please," and he was on his knees, and there were tears in his eyes. He said, "You always knew what was best for me,